Hey, I'm Chris, and this is Top Banana Trivia. Right now, neither one of my guests showed up, and my scorekeeper is having problems. There she is. Oh, here's Mar.
Maybe not.
Are you there, Mar?
I can't get the audio the video to work.
Okay. So, I guess Mar will be joining us here in a moment. So, let's see. Who do we got in the chat? We got Kevin. Hey, Kevin. We got Sandy Birdwell. Hello. Catherine will be. Hello. So, I haven't heard from James. I think Kelly's going to be here, but of course, Kelly is normally late. So, hopefully, she'll be in here. And if you didn't know, we are doing Elvis and the Beatles trivia. So, but we'll wait for Mar to get in here before we start playing. So basically, let me go ahead and explain what's going on. All right. So the first round, each right answer is worth 1 point. They are 10 multiple choice questions. Every other question is either an Elvis or a Beatles question. So next up, we have round 2, which each correct answer is worth 2 points. And they will be visuals. And we went with movie posters for Elvis and album covers for the Beatles. And then for the last one, we have 10 quotes, and you have to tell me who the quote come from. Was it Elvis or a Beatle? And those are each correct one is worth 3 points. So as soon as we get everything going, we'll get ready and started. Other than that, I will give you a little bit of hint on the album covers for the Beatles. Most of them are probably named after a Beatles song. I think there was one in there that isn't, but most of them are. So the other, like I said, if you know your Elvis movies, you're probably going to do pretty good because that's what it is. Are you there, Mar?
I can't get the camera to work.
Okay. Well, let's see.
You want me to just come in chat?
Or you could just do by voice if you want.
Okay.
So, but basically, I think we're almost.
Know. What's the matter with this thing?
Right. I don't know. But Kelly's late, of course.
Here I've been trying to memorize all kinds of Beatles dates. I mean,
yeah.
Beatles dates, but
Elvis. Well, I'm sure, Mar, you probably know some about the Beatles as well.
My camera says it's on, but it's not working.
Is it?
Oh, well.
Is it a setting somewhere? Maybe in. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get in on my phone, but I have to paste the link into Safari.
Do you want me to send it to you on Instagram? All right. I'm going to see if I can just give me 1 second. This might take just a moment. I'm sorry, everybody. Just give me 1 second. Just going to send it to her on Instagram so then she don't have to paste it into Safari. All right. Oh, there she is. There you go, Mar. Yeah, I just sent it. I just sent it to your Instagram so you didn't have to paste it into Safari.
It came through.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, we need to remove the other one.
Wait a minute. Well, now what?
I got it. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I kicked you from the studio. That's because you had two mics going on. You had the one on the computer and the one on the phone. So that's what it was
Yeah,
doing.
I know. I just muted the one on the computer.
All right. Yeah.
So
I'll be
we
right back.
just we'll try again.
All
It
right.
says I'm in the show,
You're in here.
but I'm not on this screen.
No, you're not on that screen. You might have to refresh it, Mar, to see it on the.
Refresh. Yeah, me refresh. Oh, that's a nice guy there. All right, let's try this a different. Well, no, I don't want to do that on there. I need to do that on here.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I need to go. Oh dear.
Uh-oh. Your camera went black, Mar.
I think it'd be easier if I just, Okay, let's get rid of that. App switcher. Let's go over here and try this. Let's see. Tap the Safari icon. I don't have a Safari icon, unfortunately.
Right.
And I can't. The only way I can hear you is through the phone.
Right.
So.
Did you have anything where you could set the phone up and use it, or I know it's probably be easier through.
No.
Okay.
Okay, we'll try. Crash. There went the phone.
So everybody in the chat, we'll get started here pretty soon. So
Is Kelly there?
she is not here yet. So
okay, check my camera, check my microphone. I am just gonna do this. Get that app. I get shut it.
Oh, and she's gone. So did you get the answers, Hev?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah, so basically we're just waiting on Mar, and as soon as Mar gets in here, then hopefully Kelly will be in here in just a second. I'm sorry. But yeah, things will be getting ready to go. Maybe just a few things. So I had a rough week last week for my job, so I had a hard time getting stuff out. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to do this week. I almost moved it back to Tuesday. But but everything's back to normal today. One other thing that might say, we are possibly planning a trip to Walt Disney World here in just a couple of months. So we'll be going down there for a little while, and we'll see heaven. But hopefully we will get this game started. So once again, I know everybody's waiting. We're ready. So hopefully Mara will be joining us back here in a second. She's trying to figure things out. And hopefully Kelly will be on her way. I'm sure she's putting on an outfit that goes with the theme of the trivia. So, but tomorrow I will be putting out a reaction video to a walkthrough of Hong Kong Disneyland. So if you want to check in at that, I think I'm going to hit the premiere at 5:30, and I should be at the premiere this time. I didn't see Mandy come in. I'm sorry, Mandy. Hello, Mandy. But as soon as so that'll be at 5:30. Hong Kong Disneyland's a little bit smaller than what most of the parks are, so it's not as long as what the other ones are. But the park, man, it has a really different look than what most of them do. So, but well, I hate to get started without her. What do you think, Hev? Should we wait?
It's up to you.
Okay. So, does anybody have any questions in the chat? Maybe, I don't know. other than asking me what the answers are to questions tonight. Oh, here we go. There she is. There you are, Mark.
I'm on the phone. I'm not going to fool the computer. I'm just going to stick with the phone.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I mean,
I think I'll turn the computer off. Does it bother you if I have this mic on loud now?
no, nope. Everything sounds great.
Okay, good. Because I use the speakerphone most of the time. I'm looking for something to write my answers on.
Okay. All right.
All
right.
I apologize. I had this
No.
problem before when I tried to go in on a live stream. I
Okay.
guess I'll have to get my brilliant son-in-law too. He got. Oh, did I haven't told you? My daughter went. My daughter works for AT&T. Let me turn this computer off. Shut there. And she was invited to go to a conference in Dallas.
Okay.
And she went to the conference in Dallas, and she had to test a negative before she went.
Right.
So she tested on Tuesday morning. Went to the conference, was there all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, came home late Thursday night,
Right.
tested Friday for positive for COVID.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. So she got it while she was there. So she comes home and her husband has it now.
Oh, wow.
They both have COVID.
So, all right. Well, are you ready to get started with the first question?
Go for it.
All right. Let's go. You ready, Have?
Yep.
All right. All right. First question. Where was Elvis Presley born? Was it A, Memphis, Tennessee, B, Tulsa, Oklahoma, C, Tupelo, Mississippi, or D, New York City, New York? Oh, I don't have my timer ready, so chat, just give me 1 second. Remember, type your answers in, and then once I tell you, hit enter, so they all come at the same time. But it's funny. When I put this when I got this question, I automatically already knew what the answer was. So I know a bit about Elvis too. So I grew up with a mother who was who was really into Elvis when I was a kid.
Well, they still have the house that he was born in.
Oh wow.
You can go through it, 2 whole rooms.
Oh wow. All
It's
right.
a shotgun house where you open the front door, and if you shoot a shotgun, it'd go right through the back door.
Oh wow.
Have you not heard that before?
No, I've never heard that before.
They call
Right.
them shotgun houses, and there was a whole row of them. They were crammed together like slums.
Oh wow.
And now it's the only one sitting there, so it looks like.
All right, chat. You can hit enter. So we'll see. We'll start getting our answers in. Maybe something happened with Kelly. I don't know. Usually she sends me something saying that she's not going to be here.
Look, we have. Where are they?
Who? Kelly and Jane?
No, the dog. We got a dog.
Oh, there they. Oh, yeah.
We got. Where are you? There's Freya's friend, I think.
Oh.
Kelly's friend will be in here in a minute. You'll hear him bark. Ready when you are, Jeeves.
All right. All right. So we've got 3 answers in the chat right now. So, all right, Mar, what's your answer? She's got C, Tupelo. All right. We got a couple of C's in the chat. And Heaven, do you want to give the answer?
It is C, Tupelo, Mississippi.
Tupelo, Mississippi.
If you want to be real particular, he was born in East Tupelo on the poor side.
Okay.
Across the river. Okay. Now, people down there will make a difference, really.
I'm sure it does.
East Tupelo.
East Tupelo. Okay. All right. So the next question is going to be a Beatles question. So let's go ahead with question number 2. What year did the Beatles officially disband? Was it A, 1981, B, 1975, C, 1968, or D, 1970?
I have no clue.
Okay. Come up here. Okay.
Well, I can tell you where John Lennon was when they finally disbanded.
Well, he wasn't dead, that's for sure.
No. He was at
the Polly.
yeah, he was at the Polynesian. All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in.
This is a guess.
All right.
Because
1975.
I don't know. So I'm waiting for my girlfriend and Kelly's channel to come.
It looks like Butters.
Wait,
What?
you said. Okay,
What?
nothing. I'll say something in a minute.
Oh, was I not supposed to show mine yet?
No, you're fine.
That's fine, Mar.
Oh, the shirt I have on is from Tupelo.
Oh, wow.
That's the show that he did in Tupelo
Wow.
at the fairground.
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
buy it in Tupelo, but that's where that picture came from. Tupelo.
Awesome.
And there's a statue like
You're
that.
gonna ask me how you're to lick me this much. Please stop.
So, all right. So, we got our answers in the chat. All right. Heaven, you want to give what the right answer is?
Yes, it is D, 1970.
1970.
Except the reason I'm confused is the poly wasn't open.
I think what it was that John Lennon probably didn't sign the papers until probably the Polynesian was open. The final papers. Probably their last show was done in 1970.
Okay.
You want to play trivia? Huh? You want to play trivia? Is that what you're doing?
All right. All right. Question number 3. All right. What did Elvis famously do at the height of his music career? Was it A, opened a restaurant, B, served in the U.S. Army, C, dyed his hair blue, or D, bought a movie studio?
Come here. Up here. Come here.
See, I even asked Kelly, I'm like, since you're on a trip, are you going to be able to make it? She said, oh, I'll be there.
Maybe she's lost track of time.
Maybe.
Because of different time zones, you know?
Right. All right, chat, you can go ahead and enter your answer. Hold on just 1 second, Mar. Let them put in first.
Oh, okay. Oh, God. Just dropped dog number 4 on the floor.
The one dog you just had, is it a female?
Which one? The brown one's a male.
Okay, all right. Well, when you had him up there, he reminded me of my brother's dog, Butters. And exactly the same way she would sit on his lap and everything like that.
Oh, this dog loves attention.
Oh, yeah.
I got him by default. Defaulted to demand died.
Thanks, Samantha. Thanks for joining us. So, all right. So what's your answer, Mar?
U.S. Army.
B, U.S. Army. All right. Heaven?
It is served in the U.S. Army.
That's correct.
Now, if you've seen the movie,
yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
It makes it look like he went in the Army to avoid having to go to jail for disobeying the authorities or something, but I don't think that's the truth.
Oh, really? Huh.
I think they stretched that because they told him not to wiggle on stage, and he wiggled on stage, and they took him off on the police car.
Huh.
But I don't think that's why he went in the army. He was
No,
drafted.
that sounds kind of weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was drafted.
Right. So, all right. Are we ready for question number 4?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Question number 4. Who is the oldest Beatle? Was it A, Paul McCartney, B, Ringo Starr, C, John Lennon, or D, George Harrison?
What do you think, Daisy? What do you think? We'll put her up on the bed. There she goes. Who was the oldest Beatle?
Yeah.
Who was the oldest Beatle? I'm going to go with my gut. Don't know. But this is who I think.
All right, chat. You can go ahead and enter your answer. So I know, I think they said when they first made it big that their ages ranged from 23 to 20.
Oh, well, that's not that big a difference.
No. I may have stumped the chat. Nobody. Okay, here we go. We'll wait just for another minute, just a second. Let's let other people put in. Okay. All right. We got some different answers in the chat. All right, Mar, what'd you say?
I put George, but I don't know if that's the truth or not. That's just what my gut said.
All right. Heaven?
The answer is B, Ringo Starr.
Yep. Ringo was the oldest.
Wow.
It's kind of weird because he was basically, wasn't he based? I think if I'm right, he was the last Beatle come in because they had a drummer before him. What was the guy's last name was Best, if I'm right.
Wasn't it Pete Best?
Yes, Pete Best. So yeah, he came in at the end.
Oh, he had more experience. That's what it was.
Yeah, right. Well, I seen a documentary where they actually, showed like, they acted it out where the first time Paul McCartney met John Lennon was 16 and I think Paul McCartney was only 14.
Wow.
And John Lennon wasn't very nice to when he was younger to Paul McCartney when he first met him.
It was very nice when they broke up either.
So, did you get those down, Hev? All right. Are we ready for question number 5?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Question number 5. Elvis made Memphis, Tennessee his home for many years, but how old was the king when he bought the beautiful Graceland Estates? Was it A, 18, B, 20, C, 22, or D, 24?
No, he wasn't 18.
All right, chat, you can enter your answers. But no, I haven't not seen the movie yet. So I take it, did you think it was did you really like it?
It's eye candy. Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. The guy that plays Elvis, fantastic. He did a marvelous job.
Okay.
The face isn't the right face, but the hair and the body movements and everything, and the singing. He did all the singing.
Oh wow.
He did a fabulous job.
Wow.
Tom Hanks was good. He was just different.
Tom Hanks was in it?
Tom Hanks played the Colonel.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh
He was
wow.
the first one signed.
Oh wow. So see, I didn't even know they made a movie until you said something to me one time.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a trailer for it. I haven't seen anything.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. No, they signed Tom Hanks in 2017.
Oh wow.
And
Is this one of those movies they made right before the pandemic and decided not to release it until everything was over and could get in the theaters?
no. Do you remember that Tom Hanks had COVID?
Yeah.
He got COVID while he was filming in Australia.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's when he got COVID, was when he was over there.
Right.
And then Australia's COVID protocols are so different from what ours were.
Right. Right.
They couldn't really film much together until like 20.
Oh wow.
1920. So
all right. What's your answer, Mar?
oh, my answer 20.
Age 20. All
I thought
right.
21, but
Hev?
C 22.
He's 22 years old.
oops.
That's all right, Mar. All right. But yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to watch it. I did like the Johnny Cash one, but that one was done a long time ago.
And by a different guy.
Yeah, and
This guy's flashy.
yeah, but I didn't know what they said in what was it, Walk the Line, the Johnny Cash, because they actually made it look like it was Elvis who got Johnny Cash starting to take pills and stuff like that in that movie.
The directors are something else.
I think sometimes they change the entire what actually happened just to try to make the story more interesting a lot of times too.
Yeah, they bend the history line.
Right.
Bend. Yeah, you're right.
So, all right, let's go with question number 6. All right. Question number 6. The Beatles gave their last live concert performance on August 29th, 1966. What city did this monumental event occur? Was A, Jacksonville, Florida, B, Atlanta, Georgia, C, San Francisco, California, or D, Little Rock, Arkansas?
No clue. Their last big hurrah.
Yeah.
So
that's weird because this says their last live concert performance was in 1966. They didn't break up until 70, and I guess that it wasn't final until he signed the papers at the Poly. Probably.
Sounds fishy.
All right, chat, you can put your answers in. But I don't know. I've always loved the music of both of them. I've always heard you had to be one or the other, and I never seen it that way. I always seen I liked both the music from both Elvis and from the Beatles. So, but I don't know. I think, I mean, to me, I think Elvis. The thing was Elvis was like there was nobody like him before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and he was. Yeah, there was nobody to show him what somebody that big is supposed to be like. But with the Beatles, I don't think there was a band that big before them as well.
That worldwide popular either.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, what was it? They called it the British Invasion. Whenever, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, and so you know, these guys, you know, they're learning from trial and error because there was nobody there to show them what to do, or how it was supposed to be done. So, but all right, Mar, what's your answer?
I'm guessing.
Okay.
C, San Francisco.
All right, Heaven.
It is C, San Francisco.
Yep.
Figured it had to be a biggie.
Yeah.
Or I think you're the only one that got that right.
And mine was a guess.
Yeah.
I think everybody else's might have been too.
You won't play trivia?
You want to play trivia?
Yeah. I want to play trivia. What's your answer?
All right. Are we ready for question number 7?
Go for it.
All right. Question number 7. Scatter was significant in Elvis's life, but who was he? A music manager, B, pet chimpanzee, C, a drummer, or D, a pet dog? Samantha says your dogs are beautiful, Mar.
Thank you. I can't read chat because well, I guess I could try.
I don't know. That covers you up, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm on the phone.
Right.
Should just cover it so you can't see it for a minute, but you can bounce back and forth.
Right. All right. So go ahead, chat, put in your answer. But no, one of the things I can remember as a kid is my mom waking me up and telling me that Elvis had passed away. So I was probably like maybe 4 or 5, maybe 5. I don't know, 4 or 5 or 6.
Yeah, I was an adult in the kitchen listening to the radio when I heard.
But,
I remember where I was. I can see the room I was in.
Right. So, I mean, it was probably a big deal. I mean, back then, when people like that back then, it was, stuff like that was a bigger deal.
Mm-hmm.
And now today, it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Matter of fact, who was it they said that just passed away? Somebody's wife.
Somebody's wife just passed away.
Who was it I seen?
Trump.
Who was it?
Trump's wife, just ex-wife, Ivanka.
Oh, yeah.
Ivanka.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of somebody else. But I don't know. I just seen it not too long ago. So, all right, Mar, what was your answer?
Chimpanzee.
All right. Heaven?
It is B, pet chimpanzee.
Pet chimpanzee.
He's a nasty little guy. He'd go and look up women's dresses.
Oh my God.
They had a car fixed up so that somebody could be pushing on the pedal or like riding the car and pushing on the pedal, but the monkey was behind the steering wheel. So they have him drive down the road and people think the monkey was driving.
Oh, wow.
So, to answer all the questions we've had about the confusion with the Beatles, their last live performance was in 1969, right? Is that what it said?
66.
Oh, they had a meeting in 1969 when Lennon walked out of the meeting and said he wanted a divorce. And then May 8th, 1970, they released Let It Be.
Okay.
And then their lawyers fought back and forth for years. The papers were supposed to be signed on December 19th of 1971 in Manhattan, in the Plaza Hotel in Manhattan, but John Lennon said the stars aren't right, so he didn't show up. So that is when it says 10 days later, armed with an amended contract assuaging Lennon's concerns, a lawyer visited Lennon and Pang on their vacation at Disney World. This time, as Pang later recalled in an interview with the New York Times, he was ready to sign and in bright enough spirits that he told Pang to grab a camera and snap a shot of him putting pen to paper.
Uh-oh, we lost Mar.
Oh, no.
All right. I'm sorry to hear that, Samantha.
Sorry about that. I was trying to read the chat. I give up on the chat.
That's all right. If something important pops up in the chat, I'll bring it up so you can see it, okay? So,
I'm sorry to Samantha Paxson. I did read where her dog passed away.
Yeah, it's hard whenever you have a dog pass away. That's, I mean, they become a part of your family so quick.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I've got 6 boxes in the living room of cremated dog remains.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. So I got a small one's laying over here next to me. He's not dead. I mean, he's laying next to me. I mean, he looks like he is, but he's not.
Look at him.
Oh,
Oh, you know what? Today was our 4th graduation, and we didn't graduate.
Oh, wow.
We have to go back
Wait.
next week.
Beauty school dropped out.
She got so distracted, she just walked around the room and ate hair.
Oh my
Ew.
gosh.
Oh, and to the point she would eat the hair and then she'd go up and lick the trainer, and the trainer was gagging. But she said we'll reschedule for next week.
All right. Well, what was funny is the way Winston's laying here on the floor before we got on here, I was singing Viva La Winston. And every time I'd say his name, he just laid there. And I'd say, when he heard his name, his tail would just go up and down.
Well, I don't know if you heard me yelling at her. Not yelling, I was whisper yelling at her. But I called her over to sit next to me. And at this time of night, all she wants to do is lick me. So she was licking my feet. So if you go back, there's a spot on here where I'm like, I didn't call you over here to lick my feet.
All right. Are we ready for question number 8?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Number 8. Who came up with the tune to the piccolo trumpet solo in Penny Lane? Was it A, George Martin, B, Paul McCartney, C, John Lennon, or D, Dave Mason?
Boy, you're really reaching for these questions, aren't you?
I'll tell you what, round 3 is a little tricky. I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
So,
no.
Margie.
Wait. You've already gotten me a couple of times.
Yeah. So, all right.
Instead of 21.
Chat, you can go ahead and enter your answers. But yeah, Margie, she got a few of them right for round 3. I read them to her like the other day when I had them done. But basically what we're going to be doing is who said the quote? Was it Elvis or Beatle? So, all right. We got some of our answers are starting to roll in. I know this one was probably a tough one.
Freya also has a mat behind her ear for the 2nd week in a row.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, last week Tiffany got it out at training. This week Freya won't let me touch it.
Oh, wow. All right.
Cut her toenails.
Do what?
She won't let me cut the big black dog. Let you cut her toenails.
Frank, our big dog, won't let us do it either.
I mean, the vet has to put her to sleep to give her shots and cut her toenails.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Anyway, my answer is B, Paul McCartney.
Okay. All right. I think we got most of our answers in. Heaven, the answer?
The answer is B, Paul McCartney.
That is true. Dave Mason was the guy who actually played the trumpet, who was D. So, but it was Paul McCartney that actually gave him what he was supposed to play. All right. Are we ready for question number 9?
Sure.
All right.
You're talking about Paul McCartney. This random thought just came in my head. The night, it was June the 11th or 12th. It was the 11th.
Right.
And they had Tom Hanks and Austin Butler and the people from the movie in the back of Graceland, and Lisa Marie and Priscilla and Riley and the 2 twins were there, and they had a barbecue at Graceland and the director of archives went and got one of Elvis's guitars and handed it to Austin Butler, and he didn't have to wear white gloves. Usually anything of Elvis's you touch, you have to wear white gloves to keep your fingers off of it.
Right.
And she let him play that guitar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they didn't do that for Paul McCartney.
Oh, wow.
But that was just a random thought that came to mind. Paul McCartney.
All right. Question number 9. What was Elvis's natural hair color when he was born? Was it A, brown, B, red, C, black, or D, blonde?
Oh, something else that they did in that movie that I didn't like.
Yeah.
They portrayed Elvis's mom as a habitual drinker.
Really?
Really,
Oh wow.
and she wasn't. She had health problems, and back then you took a little whiskey for your cough, or something that was your home remedy. She was not a drunk, and they made her look like a drunk, and I don't like
Oh.
that.
Huh. All right, chat. You can put in your answers. Wow. I don't know. Sometimes I think Hollywood just bends things to
Yeah.
just to make stories interesting. So, but I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen it. I know Margie wants to see it. So
Well, it is very good.
I
I've
bet
seen
it.
it twice. I know some people have seen it 5 times, but
Oh
I'm
wow.
not spending $20. That's $100.
Oh yeah.
At least.
All right. I think we got everybody's answers in. Mar, what's your answer?
Blonde.
All right, Heaven. The right answer is.
It is D, blonde. I was gonna say, if someone tells me this man is a redhead, I'm gonna cry.
That would be something else.
Well, let me ask this question: was there a movie he did where he was actually blonde in the movie? Because I kind of remember
The first one,
Okay. Because I remember watching that when I was a kid.
Love Me Tender.
Okay.
He was light colored hair. And when he came back from the army, he had light colored hair.
Yeah.
But they very quickly took care of it. He thought it made his eyes look bluer to have the dark hair.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. All right.
The very first one, he was a blonde.
Right. All right. Are we ready for the last question for this round?
Yep.
All right. Number 10. If your name is Salvador Dali, you could try to paint what the lyrics describe. If not, such a painting would not make any sense. Which song describes a sea of green? A, Don't Pass Me By, B, Yellow Submarine, C, Good Night, or D, With a Little Help from My Friends? Just put that in there to separate the answers.
Are you struggling to see the difference in the answers?
No, I was just trying to make it easier for.
Oh.
Okay,
I'm
check.
on my phone, so it makes it look this big.
Yeah. All right, chat. Go ahead and enter your answers. This one, I mean, I don't know. As soon as I heard it, I knew what the answer was for this last question.
Well, I think I know what the answer is.
We haven't had any answers come in yet.
Is Nick in the chat?
I haven't seen Nick, but I'll tell you what I think might be the reason why Nick's not in the chat, because out there in the living room, the Back to the Future marathon is on right now.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So I'm like, I bet Nick ain't gonna be there when I seen that was on. All right, Mara, what's your answer?
I put. Let's see if I can get it on here. Yellow Submarine.
All right, yeah. Heaven?
It is B, Yellow Submarine.
Yellow Submarine. When you get everything added up, Heaven, you want to give us a score?
Mm-hmm.
See how everybody's doing?
My daughter is a huge Beatles fan.
Oh, really?
And she's got all kinds of yellow. I mean, the curtain in her bathroom is a yellow curtain with white submarines on it.
Oh, wow.
And she's got little knick-knacky things. They're not Funkos, but they're in a package. And they make like wrestlers out of it. I can't think of the name of the company. but they had yellow submarine ones, and she's got those all over the place.
Oh wow.
Big, she's got dolls,
Yeah. Yeah.
studs, John Lennon.
So
Oh, all right.
all right.
Kevin has 7, Mar has 7, Sandy has 4, and Catherine has 6.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
All right. So we're heading the next round. This next round, I don't know, Mar. How are you with Elvis movies? You pretty good with Elvis movies?
No.
Oh no. So
I,
I had a hard time
believe,
finding.
believe it or not, I haven't seen them all. I didn't turn into an Elvis fan until 2010.
Oh, okay.
Because I grew up with a mom that thought he was indecent. You
Oh
know,
wow. Yeah.
the jive, the moves, and all that stuff. He wasn't.
All right. So this next round is visual. So it's going to be Beatles albums, but it is Elvis movie posters. So
Oh, the posters I can probably take because they're all over Graceland.
okay. All right. So basically I'll bring up an album, and I gave a hint about the albums earlier if you weren't in here. Most of the Beatles albums are actually named after a song. I think there's one in here that isn't named after a song. Unless it is a song and I never heard that song before. But we're going to go ahead. We'll start with the very first one.
Oh, good grief. That's one of the originals. No, because that had them going like this on it. I have no clue.
You have no clue.
I'll be like Kelly.
All right, chat. If you want to put your answer in, go ahead and put your answer in.
I'll be like Kelly. Here's one guess. And then here's the other guess. Gotta be one or the other. Or maybe it's, I need this.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you guys want to give a guess, so, all right. I think we stumped some people with this one.
I think so too.
Yeah. All right, Hev, you want to give them what the correct answer is?
A Hard Day's Night.
A Hard Day's Night.
Oh, that makes sense.
So,
Because that's around the time Help came out. Yeah.
all right. Are we ready for our next one?
Okay.
Here we go. What Elvis movie is this?
Oh, no, wait a minute. I got to get this up first here. Does it tell me who the people are in it? John Blackman, Angela Lansbury. Okay, I know which one it is. Only it could be a different one.
I don't know.
Wait a minute. I see Darlene Tompkins. I know what movie that is. You see those four ladies down at the bottom?
Yeah.
The one in the blue bathing suit is Darlene Tompkins.
Okay.
I've met her. She was a sweet lady.
All right, chat, you can go ahead and enter your answers. We got Sandy's got an answer in right away. So, no, I remember when I was a kid, I think it was Dad. My dad would turn on Elvis movies every once in a while. And we'd sit there and watch an Elvis movie with him.
See, in the complex, they have clothing of Elvis, and from the movie, they will have like the clothing and then the poster behind it,
Right, right.
so you can see.
So, all right. Mara, what is your answer?
Azul Hawaii.
All right. Heaven, the correct answer?
It is Blue Hawaii.
There we go.
They're bringing Elvira, the mistress of the dark, to Elvis Week because she had a 2 day or 2 second contact with Elvis. So they're going to bring stupid some of the things they come up with.
You know, I think I think Elvira got really big, but I think almost every state or every area had somebody like that, you know.
Yeah.
Like I know around Dayton they had Dr. Creep who did all the monster movies. My wife tells me about somebody who's up around Fort Wayne. I can't remember what their name was. It was something Terry. I know that. But it seems like, and Elvira was just one of them that got really big at doing it, where the others just were kind of local fans.
Well, she was Dolly Parton in the front. No wonder she was really big. You know?
All
They're
right.
also supposed to be bringing Barbara Eden
Oh, wow.
because she was in Flaming Star.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I think I read that where Barbara Eden actually was with Elvis. So, but wasn't I can't think of her name. The girl that was in Moonlighting with Sybil
So
Shepherd. Yeah, she was in a movie with
dated
Elvis
a
too.
couple of times because she's from Memphis.
Yeah. So,
There's what I was looking for a while ago. I found it.
all right. Are we ready for the next one?
Now this is the Beatles one again. Oh,
I think this is probably one of the most popular Beatles album too.
really, really, really. Move? Is that what it is? Here, come over here. Get down over here. Come here. Grace. Come on.
All right, chat. You can go ahead and put your answer in. So, one thing I did want to say about Penny Lane, I did read how Lane was wrote, and Paul McCartney was waiting on a bus for John Lennon outside of his house on the street Penny Lane, and all he did was write down what he seen that was going on while he was waiting, and he put that into a song.
Wow, that's like a Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah. So I did tell the chat they can enter, right? Okay, I just want to make sure. But yeah, I mean, did we stump the chat on this one? Because I thought this is like one of the most
answers started coming in.
Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, Mara, what's your answer?
Abbey Road.
All right. Hev, you want to give the correct answer?
It is Abbey Road.
There we go.
Good, I didn't embarrass myself. You got COVID? You coughing?
Truthfully, the thing is I couldn't even name the guy that killed John Lennon right now.
John something or other.
Was it John?
Henchman Hickman. That's what his name was.
Yeah.
I can't look it up.
That's good.
I'd really get lost if I looked it up.
Somebody in the chat may know.
John, I think I thought it started with an H.
That might have been in the article I just had pulled up.
Really?
It talked a little bit. It said something about before his murder.
Yeah, I think, and a lot of people actually believe that our government had him killed.
Huh.
They believe our government was involved with his murder.
Conspiracy theories,
Oh
huh?
yeah. Oh, there we go. John Hinckley. That was Reagan. John Hinckley was Reagan.
I thought his name was. Well, I turned the computer off, so I can't cheat on that one.
I think Heaven's looking it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's Roger Rabbit. That's it. Well, it's Roger Rabbit.
For some reason, I thought it was like, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Mark Chapman.
Mark Chapman. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it just went ding.
Yes. So, all right. Are we ready for our next movie poster?
Is that a bonus question?
No. That's just all right. Here we go.
Okay, I gotta enlarge this.
Okay.
That's Juliet Prowse. Okay, I know which one that is. Yes, indeed. Yeah, she was dating Frank Sinatra
Oh wow.
during this time, and Elvis was sneaking in the back door.
I wonder how old was Sinatra during this time. I wonder.
Mark Chapman received an autograph from Lennon earlier that day and voluntarily remained at the scene of the shooting until he was arrested by the police.
Oh wow.
But I was right. That was right.
All right,
Yeah,
chat.
so
You can
how
enter
would you wanna
your
get Lennon's
answers.
autograph?
There was actually an Elvis Presley fan club in Memphis by this name.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I had a shirt until it got stolen at one night at the vigil when I left it in the waiting area.
Oh wow.
I thought you were going to be asking like the names that they were in these movies, and that I can't tell.
No, no. No, that'd be hard.
Yeah, Deke Rivers,
All right.
Plain. What was
We
the,
have no idea. What do you have, Mar?
what's the one for King Creole? Shoot, Danny Fisher. Danny Fisher, King Creole.
All right. Mar's got GI Blues. Heaven, you want to give the answer?
It is GI Blues.
GI Blues.
He's got the 2, 3, 4 opera. Get off my toe. Opera. Yeah, blues.
No, I think when I was a kid, it was my mom, and then I had an aunt that was they were big Elvis. But I don't know if I told this story on stream before, but my mom and my dad, and I think it was my uncle. I don't know if my aunt went, but they went to the state fair to see the Beatles.
Oh wow.
And so my grandfather, he didn't care, right? So they went in to see the Beatles, to get their seats to see the Beatles perform at the state fair. My grandfather went to the cattle barn, and they brought the Beatles in through the cattle barn, walked right by my grandfather.
Oh wow.
And my grandfather says, "You paid all this money to go see him," and I stood there, and they were right next to me.
I got closer than you did.
All right, here we go. Next, this is our next album cover for the Beatles.
That's the one I was trying to do before. Definitely not YMCA. Got a Y in the middle. Oh, I had that written down over here. I could have used that one before.
All right.
do that.
Chat, you can go ahead and put in your answer.
Somebody needs a bath really bad. Yeah, you. Can you hear whining?
We got some people with their answers coming in.
Can you hear really whining?
Just a little bit. Yeah. All right. Mara, what do you have?
Help! I need some.
Have? What's the correct answer? Uh-oh.
I lost her.
Can you say it again?
No, I answered.
I know you did, but it broke
The
up.
answer is help.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
She needed help. That's why. Go somewhere else.
This next one might be a little easier to figure out for a Elvis movie poster. So, did you get everybody down, Hev?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here is your next movie poster.
Oh. Let's see. We'll enlarge it to make sure it says Gary Lockwood. Oh, yeah. Gary Lockwood. Hey, it's on there, Chris.
Yeah. All right. Chat, you can enter your answers.
The answer was on there. Do you know that?
That it's not quite on there.
It go up. It is.
It's quite not on there.
Okay.
Part of it's on there.
Yeah.
Hey, Jonathan. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Hello, Jonathan Chung. I can't see the chat. I'm just listening to Chris.
There you go. All right. I don't see anybody putting an answer in yet. Okay, there we got one.
Oh, have a good
All right.
night, Catherine.
Oh, good night, Catherine.
Night, Catherine.
All right, Mara, what's your answer?
It happened at the World's Fair.
Heaven?
It happened at the World's Fair.
Yep.
I met Gary Lockwood that was in that movie too. He's a butthole. He was an arrogant SOB.
Right.
He would not sign anything unless you gave him $20.
I've met people like that.
And you know, he was in Space 2001.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. He was one of the guys that at the very end that Hal was going crazy. You know,
Right.
he was one of the ones in that at the end. He saws in the his helmet thing.
Right. So we had a country singer while I was in Iraq that came over and performed for us. I'm trying to think what his name was. He great big guy. What's Trace Adkins?
Yeah, he was on with Trump, wasn't he?
Yeah. But he refused to sign anything while he was in Iraq with the soldiers.
Huh.
Yeah. And he would barely even shake soldiers' hands.
Gee.
But a group that came over there called Puddle of Mud, who are rock, they stayed up all night and said, we will be out here until everybody gets whatever they want signed.
Wow, that was decent of him.
So, all right.
Oh, well, you may, this next one will be your Beatles thing.
Yeah.
If you have a poster for Girl Happy, but one of the ones that was in Girl Happy, Chris Noel, she went to Vietnam and performed or signed for the soldiers and stuff, and she has a house in Florida where they can come and stay.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, here is our next Beatles album.
Oh my gosh. That's the first one. The original that I don't have.
I always think John looks funny without his glasses on.
And he looks real British. I don't have a place to put. I'll never put it down there.
All right, chat, you can enter your answers.
This is a pure guess. I'm going on instincts.
All right, let's see if chat gets their
See.
answers in here first, Mar. But I don't know. I think the next one is probably going to be easy too. So because I think I could tell from it just by looking at the movie poster, even though I'd never seen it before. So okay, we got some different answers.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have, Mar?
I wanna hold your hand.
Okay, Hev
It is With the Beatles.
with the Beatles.
Oh, I knew it was the first one. I missed that.
I think that is the only one that we had that wasn't named after a song.
Oh, well, I named it after a song.
All right, are we ready for our next movie poster, Heaven?
Yeah.
You got everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Judy Tyler, Dean Jones. It doesn't say Carolyn Jones.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to read.
But it says Judy Tyler.
Yeah.
She got killed right in between the time they made it
Right.
and theaters.
All right, chat. You can go ahead and put your answers in.
I broke my glasses. These are Dollar General store glasses. Can you believe it?
That's the only kind of glasses my mom wears.
Oh man, mine were trifocals, and I
Oh
dropped
wow.
the bathroom floor and the wing flying.
Oh wow.
And then I was trying to mess with them in the Elvis movie, and I lost it in the theater and never did find it.
I almost lost mine in the ocean once.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Almost. They fell off and I picked them up with my feet. I don't know how I got them, but I did.
So I'm gonna.
Reflect.
So let's see. We got some answers coming in. All right, Mar.
Jailhouse Rock.
All right, Hev.
It is Jailhouse Rock.
That little thing dead center.
This
Really?
part right here.
Yeah, the thing.
Yeah. That's what gave it away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know,
Right.
me again. I was pulling it up to read it. Sorry about that.
All right. Yeah. So the thing is I guess I think all through the week I was either seeing a Beatles song or a Elvis song this week. So just from doing this. But are we ready for the next album?
Mm-hmm.
All right. There we go.
I was just wondering why if you were going to pick that one. My daughter has dolls dressed in these outfits.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're like 25 inches, maybe more.
Right. Well, I think one of the things I've heard about the Beatles, all right, chat, you can put your answers in, is that, that whole entire idea, that there's that conspiracy theory that Paul McCartney actually died.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, where what was it? One of their albums, if you played it backwards, it said Paul McCartney's dead.
Paul is dead, yeah.
Yeah. So, and there's actually people who still believe that conspiracy, believing the Paul McCartney today is not the original Paul McCartney.
Oh, gosh.
So,
What a kid.
That's like, I think there's the same, I know it's not Elvis or the Beatles, but I think there's that same conspiracy theory with, I think it's for Avril Lavigne.
really?
Yeah.
Never.
Well, she was having suicidal thoughts, and people think that she committed suicide, and they had already had a double for her for other things going on, and they think that they just had her step in.
Oh, wow.
That's wild.
Yeah. All right, Marv.
And like, people, they have pictures with like side by sides where they compare like her nose.
Right.
So.
Oh, wow. Okay, Mar.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
All right.
You've enjoyed the show.
Heaven.
It is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Band.
All right.
My daughter has a drum tattoo on her arm, but it's starting to fade.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, that drum it's on the cover that has that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Did you get the picture I sent you of the tattoos across her back?
I don't know. I'd have to look. Did you send them through Instagram?
Yeah.
I'll have to look.
I think I did. Yesterday supposedly was National Tattoo Day, so
It
Yesterday
was.
Oh, wow.
We said it was rude that our boss didn't have a tattoo shop set up in the office.
That doesn't sound like something that should be happening at Walt Disney World.
well, that's the
Why
reason
not? Tattoos are allowed. They're per Disney look now.
she never worked there because of the tattoos all over her. First, she kept them above her arm or above her elbow and across her back, and then she just went haywire. Down her arms and on the inside of her arm and everywhere else.
Listen, at Walt Disney World, all you have to do is be able to cover it with one hand.
Yeah, now.
Cover it with one hand.
Yeah, so like.
Oh, Lord. She
For
couldn't
anything the size of my hand. Or your own hand. And even if they're like little bitty, like all the way down, it's just one at a time.
I think she would make a great Ursula if they'd put her like purple sleeve things on her. You know, she's Ursula size.
All right, are we ready for the next Elvis? And this is the last one for this round. Elvis movie poster.
Elizabeth Scott and Corey. All right, I gotta enlarge this thing here. You got me tricked here, Chris.
Here's the thing, Mara. I don't even remember the answer. Heaven has the answers. I don't even remember what this one was.
I don't know what happens when I enlarge it on the thing here, but.
All right, chat. You can put your answers in. I know after I say that, I think it takes like 17 seconds before they hear me.
Well, last week some of them weren't waiting because I'd see answers and then you say, okay, chat, put your answer in.
Well, I think because it's still something new, they're still.
Yeah. And not everybody does that when you're doing.
Hey,
that.
Jerry, thanks for coming in.
Hat box, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's like right at 17 seconds.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Says, darn it, I hate it that I missed the Elvis trivia. Been watching the MLB All-Star game. By the way,
yeah.
my wife and I attended the last concert that Elvis ever did.
Oh yeah, he put that somewhere else. Indianapolis.
Yep. It was there at Market Square Arena in Indianapolis.
You made it just in time for the third round. It's not over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. And
Yeah.
those are the big point questions. Hot Ghost.
All right. Mara, what do you have?
This is a guess. Okay.
Okay. Mara's got Loving You. Hev?
It is Loving You.
All right.
You know what gave that away?
What's that?
Fair shirt. But that's the only movie he wore that kind of a shirt in.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Next round 3, are all quotes. And all you have to do is tell me if it was Elvis or a Beatle. Who said the quote? Are we ready for the first one?
Yeah.
All right. Quote number 1. When I was a child, ladies and gentlemen, I was a dreamer. Was it Elvis or a Beatle? And you know what, chat? This time you can put it in because I'm pretty sure there's no time limit. Whenever you're ready to put it in, just put it in. All right. Mara, what do you have? You say Elvis?
Yeah, I know it is. It's the speech from the JC's award.
All right, Hev?
The answer is Elvis.
Yeah.
So I'll just keep singing the song.
All right. We ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right. Quote number 2. Some people tap their feet, some people snap their fingers, and some people sway back and forth. I just sort of do them all together, I guess. Like I said, chat, you can put your answer in whenever you're ready. All right, Mara, what do you have?
Elvis.
Elvis.
EP.
Hev?
It is Elvis.
It's Elvis. Yep. All right. Quote number 3. As usual, there is a great woman behind every idiot.
Never heard that quote before. Around that little low.
All right, Mara, what do you say? You say Beetle?
Yes.
All right. Heaven?
It is the Beatles. It was John Lennon.
John Lennon.
I gotta get this dog over here.
Okay. All right.
I don't want you over there. Oh, there you go.
All right. All right.
Okay.
We ready for quote number 4? Heaven, you get everybody?
Mm-hmm. You're good.
Okay. Quote number 4. Music is like a psychiatrist. You can tell your guitar things that you can't tell people, and it will answer you with things people can't tell you.
You can get down over here.
All right. Let them get their answers in. All right, Mara, what do you have? You have a beetle? A beetle?
A beetle.
A beetle.
Not a beagle. A beetle.
All right, Heaven.
It was, in fact, a Beatle. It was the Paul McCartney Beatle.
That was the Paul McCartney, yes. All right. Let me know when you're ready, Hev.
Well, you know, there's 4 Beatles you could quote. There's only one Elvis.
Right, right. But believe me, I was looking for stuff that would sound like, you know what I mean? Something Elvis would say compared to what a Beatle would say and stuff like that. That's what I was looking. I was looking for close stuff. And I knew if I could find stuff of Elvis talking about being a dreamer and stuff like that, you start to go more and more towards kind of like John Lennon. Yeah. And I knew that you know, so there's some that I don't want to talk anymore because I'll probably give away. So.
That quote you're talking about for Elvis is at the end of the Elvis movie.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
So, all right, here is quote number 5. Don't criticize what you don't understand, son. You never walked in that man's shoes.
While we're waiting for people to answer, there's a lady who
Right.
took upon herself research Elvis's health problems.
Right.
You know that Elvis's grandparents on his mother's side were first cousins.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Think of the genetic deficiencies that were passed on to his mother and then to him and the
Right.
other family members. And her theory is that Elvis was destined to die young because he had those health issues that he'd inherited from a double set of genes.
Wow. Huh. So that's I don't know. All right. What's your answer you got there,
Elvis said that.
Elvis? All right, Hev.
The answer is Elvis.
See, the only thing I know is there actually are still countries that allow you to marry first cousins.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I think something happens with the genes, but I don't think it's all the time. I think it's, you know what I mean. I
Uh-huh.
mean, because Elvis, for me, I mean, truthfully, I mean, he was doing a lot of drugs. I mean, so
Well,
that
a lot of the drugs that he was taking were to cover up for these health issues.
okay, but
Or
but
his
I mean,
lung, his liver, and his colon were all messed up.
right, right. So, but I mean, the guy. You also got to think about all the stress he had
Yeah,
on him as well. So, and even if you didn't even priorly have a heart condition, you can get a heart condition from that kind of stuff.
yeah.
So,
Wait, nowadays, if you go to a pharmacist and there is a chemical imbalance between the two drugs,
right,
there will be something in the computer that flags it and says you shouldn't be taking this and this
right.
together. And he didn't have that. He
Oh
just
wow.
took.
So to me, I don't know if I'm right because like I said, I was just a kid back then. So I'm thinking like maybe 50s, 60s, maybe even in the 70s that the drugstores were probably a lot like what they were over in Europe, where you could just walk in and get something without a prescription.
I don't
'Cause-
know about that, but he had Vegas doctors, he had LA doctors, and then he had Dr. Nick in Memphis.
And they probably none of them knew what the other one was doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he went on a grapefruit diet. And you know, there's some medicine you're not supposed to take with grapefruit.
Right, right,
So there's a lot more to it than just being a drug addict. Plus,
right.
someone said that he was straining to go to the restroom, like he was constipated and straining, and that put pressure on his heart and
Right.
stopped the electric rhythm of his heart.
Well, the other thing I think I not only that was I think like you said he took a lot of stuff because of his health, but I think because the kind of lifestyle he led and the kind of energy he
Yep.
had to have something to having be able to go all the time.
Yeah.
So,
And
but
then he was going and he couldn't get stopped.
right, right.
So yeah,
All right. Are we ready for the next quote?
Yep.
I got
All
to cry, Heather. I'm playing Kelly.
right. Quote number 6. I've never really done anything to create what has happened. It created itself. I'm here because it happened, but I didn't do anything to make it happen apart from saying yes. When Elvis just started singing in small bars, my mother in law saw him standing all alone outside taking a break, and him and her talked for quite a while. Kind of cool in Arkansas. Wow, that's Jerry, Hatbox Ghost.
Huh. Yeah, when he first started out in the 50s, they were doing small venues.
Yeah.
They drive travel.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I think that's what all of them were doing probably back there in the 50s was doing all
Yeah.
that. I mean, you kind of seen that from like
Buddy
you know,
Holly.
from La Bamba, how they
Yeah.
got that's how they got around. Of course, from Walk the Line, that's how Johnny Cash and all of them got around, and so they'd all just hop in a car together and take off and for their tour.
Strap your bass on the hood of the car, or the top of the car, not the hood.
Yeah. All right, Mar, who you say this is?
That's the Beatles. Elvis didn't say anything like that.
All right, Heaven.
That is, in fact, the Beatles. It was Ringo
It
Starr.
was Ringo Starr. Yes.
Here, I thought you was going to be asking dates and when this and when
Ah,
did.
I wasn't gonna do that.
Well, they do that on the Elvis Quiz show. I'll never go on the Elvis Quiz.
Now, we don't have this. How old was Elvis when he passed away?
42.
He was 42. Wow. It's still pretty young.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess I never really realized that he was that young. I actually had a friend who passed away at 42 as well. So,
Well, was it last year or the year before? Was the year that he had been dead as long as he'd been alive.
oh wow.
So
Wow. And some people believe he actually survived.
I've heard that shit.
I'm pretty sure my father-in-law, he actually thought he was still alive.
Well, let me tell you, I can put you in contact with Billy Smith, who was there the night he died. Okay, I know.
Well, I think that my granddad's gonna get to ask Elvis that
Yeah.
in heaven anyway.
And Billy Stanley knows that he's. Well, we won't.
I know Elvis is dead. You know how I know?
Uh,
They buried him. So that's how I
well,
know.
they actually buried him and then dug him up and buried him again.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of rude.
Well, I
Well,
don't know. They do that with a lot of people because they do that like to double check.
Yeah.
well, it was not that they buried him in a cemetery. They're
I
like
thought
a
he,
regular cemetery.
I thought he was buried in Graceland.
Hold on. They buried him in Forest Hills
Okay.
because that's where his mother was,
Right.
very close to his mother. And then somebody came, they say that grave robbers came, and
Uh,
Vernon petitioned the city to let them move because of security purposes. They could, guard it and that to move on the property in the meditation garden. So he actually was put in a mausoleum
okay.
in Forest Hills. And then they moved him and Gladys to the meditation garden.
Oh wow.
And
Gladys
then
was his
they,
mom.
sorry.
Was Gladys his mom?
Yes, I'm sorry.
No,
Yes.
that's okay.
His mom was Gladys and his dad was Vernon.
Right.
And now if you go to Graceland, they've got Elvis is buried in the middle. And then
Right.
dad is on this side, which people think his mom should be there. But that you bury husbands and wives, husband on this side and the wife on the other side. So there's Elvis and Vernon and Gladys, and then his grandma Presley. And 2.5 years ago, they brought his grandson that committed suicide there.
Okay.
He's in a tomb above ground.
Oh wow.
So there's 5 people there now.
So no, one of the things I did see somebody had a picture and they said they were at Graceland and standing in the doorway was a figure that looked like Elvis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I that too. And then one of the birthdays, they had some guy that was out there that was an employee that everybody said was Elvis. He was gray headed and
Yeah.
looked like
Well,
Elvis.
there's that pastor
What's his name?
that they keep saying was actually Elvis.
He denies it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. So, all right, are we ready for our 7th quote? We do 2 shows a night for 5 weeks. A lot of times we go upstairs and sing until daylight.
It doesn't have to be a Beatle or Elvis, either one. That could be Donnie Sumner or Bill Bays or Estelle Brown.
I think my dog is tired.
Your dog's tiger? Oh, Winston's up here on the couch behind me.
She hasn't moved.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Moved.
Hey, Freya. Wag your tail, Freya. Wag your tail.
Her
Freya.
ears inside out.
Yeah. Freya. Hey, look at.
All right, Mar, what do you have?
I mean, she's depressed because she's a drop.
It was her own fault.
Mar has Elvis. Everybody else looks like they put Beatles. Heaven.
It is Elvis.
It is Elvis. Actually, the quote continues and says that they stay up all night or stay up until daylight. They're playing gospel music.
That's why I said it could be Donnie Sumner, it could be Bill Bays, it could be Joe Moschko, could be Larry Strickland that was married to Naomi Judd. They used to sing all night.
Right. So, did you get all of them down, Hev?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go with the next quote. This is quote number 8. This one should be easy. Before Elvis, there's nothing.
Elvis just said that himself. This is actually on the marquee of the Days Inn on, what's the name of that road? Craft Road.
Oh, wow.
In the Bedbug Hotel.
All right. We'll let people answer. So, I probably should get back down there sometime. I have not been there to Graceland since I was a kid, and like I said, when I went, it was the year after he passed away, so you couldn't go in.
Gosh.
So I have never been there, never been inside the gates. You could stand outside the gates and look in, but that was about all you could do when I was a kid when we went there.
Well, I wouldn't suggest you come for an Elvis week. You can if you want to, but it's this year's the 45th Elvis week, so there'll be a lot of people. Plus, people from Europe have not been able to come for 2 years.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they're going to come anyway. With I don't know. I think we'll get COVID over here, but not the serious COVID like we had.
Right.
Well, now it's like.
It's like I got a little bit of COVID. That's all that's wrong.
Well, no, now they're saying like the newest strain you could get like multiple times in a row, and they don't even know if outside, like you could still catch it outside being close to someone. They said it's actually not good.
Yeah.
Right.
My friend had to go to the emergency room the other night because she has it.
Oh, wow.
And what did she say? She said her blood oxygen level was down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's scary when you can't breathe. That's
Well, she has asthma, and I asked her. I said, "Have you taken your inhaler?" And she said, they had to give me steroids and some other stuff." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, wow. All right, Mark.
They gave my daughter Paxlovid.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
But when I first got it, the doctor sent steroids and an asthma inhaler for me, and I used those for 3 days and got worse.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
So and then I ended up in the hospital. So,
right. All right, Mara, what do you have?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I wrote down here. That's a John Lennon quote.
All right, Heaven.
That is the Beatles, John Lennon.
Yeah. See, do you think they ever bumped into each other?
Who, the Beatles and Elvis?
Yeah.
They went to his house in California.
Oh, wow.
And sat on the couch, and when they came in, they were so shocked, like, oh, it's Elvis, And he said, "If y'all just gonna stare at me, I'm just gonna go." They picked up a guitar, and Paul was like playing, and they hung out for a while, and then there was one time they came to Memphis, and they stopped over at Vernon's house and the dad's house, and asked if they could go up and see him. But I don't think Elvis was in town that time.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah, they did see him in California.
Wow. Wow.
There's pictures of them, you know, well, not of them together, but of them
Right.
in the car outside.
Oh, Jonathan put.
But it was a mild case. He said my uncle had 4 shots, and he still, yeah, my daughter did too. She's had 2 shots, 2 boosters. Went to Dallas for 2.5 days and came back with it.
Jerry says they met one time only on August 25th, 1965.
Yeah, in California.
Yeah.
But there was one time when they were in Memphis, and they wanted to meet, but it didn't happen.
Right. Wow. That'd be awesome to actually see that in one room.
Well, you know, if it was today, everybody's cell phone would be going. But they didn't do that.
And when it had just been everybody in the room, it would have been Elvis and the Beatles doing that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there is footage of it too, says Jonathan Chong.
Not inside the house. There's pictures of them outside of the car.
Okay.
I from what I can remember, I mean, Billy and Joe Smith were there.
Oh, wow.
And there's a picture of them, but I could probably dig it up somewhere. But I don't think they took any pictures inside the house.
Okay. All right, let's go for quote number 9. The image is one thing and the human being is another. It's very hard to live up to an image.
That headlight on the car looks like an eyeball. Look, doesn't it just look like it's staring at you?
So it's one of those. It's one of those Pixar cards. Hey Nick. Hey Nathan. Thanks for coming in.
You'd be shocked if you came. Well, first, at how much it costs,
right?
And what all here at Graceland now that you can see. It takes all day long.
Right. I haven't seen. Have we got some answers come in yet, Heaven?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, thanks, Nathan. It's nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. All right, Mara, what do you have for this one?
Image, Elvis.
All right. Hev?
It is Elvis.
Here we go. So, yeah, I mean, to see something like, to see something like that today, where you have great, it's not unusual. But I feel like back then, seeing like somebody like the Beatles with Elvis probably was a rare occasion, where today it's like, so-and-so and this person, and it just doesn't seem like it's that rare anymore. That you would
there's
see.
so many more famous people now than there were.
That is true, yeah.
YouTube has made sensations out of a lot of people that didn't need to be sensations. I wonder if Elvis would have made it on YouTube, old Shep. He never wrote a song.
Right.
Everything he did was an interpretation of somebody else's song.
Right.
So they might be suing him for copyright.
Well, I mean, unless they had, unless it was already, it was permitted for him to sing that song, he'd be fine.
But they bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, his record company had bought it, or his music company, whether
Right.
Dick Colonel had latched onto it.
But I have seen songwriters who knew they couldn't sing it and found somebody to sing a song for them too. So, all right, are we ready for our last quote for tonight?
Sure are.
All right, here it is. Nobody controls me. I'm uncontrollable. The only one who can control me is me, and that's just barely possible. So, who said it? Elvis or a Beatle? Nick, I think I know why you came in a little bit late, because I know that Back to the Future was on AMC tonight. It was actually playing in the other room while we were on here. I'm like, I bet Nick's watching that.
He binged Back to the Future.
Yeah, it was like right before that. I walked in there. Margie had it on. She was watching the first one.
What channel was it on?
AMC.
Okay, because if they put it on opposite the All-Star game, because Pete and Preston were going to do the All-Star game.
Nick said he was watching baseball too. So.
Oh, what? Does he have a third TV? He could be
He might have.
And that's when they only had 3 networks. Can you imagine how many TVs?
I remember when I was a kid, and that's all you had was three networks. So, all right, Mara, what's your answer for this one?
That was not Elvis. That was let's turn us around here. The Beatles.
All right.
Not Elvis. The Beatles.
Hev?
It was, in fact, the Beatles.
Who was it?
Which one was it?
John Lennon.
John Lennon.
But how did we know?
All right, so Heaven's getting things ready. I'll just tell you what's going on. We got, basically, I said earlier, if you weren't in here, I have a premiere and everything's caught up at work, so I should be there for the premiere. Since I've had premieres here recently and I haven't been able to make it, but I should be there. It is going to be a walk through Hong Kong Disneyland. So this one was amazing. I loved how Hong Kong Disneyland looked. So we got that going on. Margie and I will be doing Disney updates on Friday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then I don't know what I'm doing for the last reaction video this week. So you got the results already?
Not yet.
Okay.
Red. Big egghead.
Chris, you were tricky on the quotes. Haha. That's what I was trying to do, Jerry. I was trying to be tricky on the quotes.
I didn't think he's tricky on the quotes. I knew which one was Elvis and which wasn't.
All right, I've got them. Mar has 53. Kevin has 52. Sandy has 32. Hatbox Ghost has 18. Catherine has 12. Jonathan has 11.
Okay. Was that everybody?
Yes.
We didn't have Flavor Jamestown, huh?
Right. So that means Mar is the winner.
Yeah.
So Mar, you will be receiving another
banana. Maybe I should let the one who came in right behind me have it, so he could have a banana.
If that's what you want to do, Mar, we can do that.
Let's do that. Let's share it.
I think Kevin also has a banana.
Who does?
I think Kevin's, who came in second, he also has a banana.
Kevin has 2 bananas.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll take 2 bananas.
All right.
Correct that statement.
All right. So I think I still have, you sent me your address through Instagram, right?
I think so, but I can send it again.
All right. Well, it's going to take a little while because guess what I have to order?
Bananas.
So,
That's
I'm not going to send you the one that sits on the desk. So, so yeah, Margie was just saying we have to order more bananas. So I'm going to order some more bananas, but yeah.
Just time it'll last longer.
Yeah. So, congratulations, Mar.
Thank you.
So, and I didn't make it easy on you because I didn't make it all Elvis. I made it Beatles.
Yeah, the Beatles. I messed up on the Beatles.
I don't know. I mean, you kind of surprised me with some of your Beatle knowledge as well. So,
Yeah, I wasn't a Beatles fan either.
right. But I
I
mean,
knew who they were, but
well, of course. I mean, the Beatles were so big. How would you not know at least something about them? So,
well, I had a mother that didn't like it.
she didn't like Elvis. She didn't like the Beatles.
We're like Begin the Begin and all kinds of that old 40s dance stuff. Yeah.
Right. Right. So,
Uh,
but that's gonna do it, guys. So, I do not know what next week is gonna bring. I have not even thought about what kind of trivia we're gonna do next week. So, just keep a lookout. I'm gonna try and get it up earlier. I know I've been getting them up late, but like I said last week, I'll tell you what happened. We have 3 routes here in town, and there was only 2 carriers.
so one you have to take over half and half, or you have.
I was there was a few days I was doing both.
Mm,
So, but
in
that's
the,
gonna. What's that, Mar?
in the heat.
Yeah, yeah. I've become pretty. It's not even that bad for me anymore. I've just became so used to it.
Mm.
So, but
I mean,
all right, that's gonna be it. Heaven, you got anything you want to say?
No.
Do you know who? How about do you know who's leading for the season right now, or we gotta? You want to wait until next week to tell everybody?
I still have to catch up on the last one I missed in order to do that.
Okay. All right. All right. So, like I said, I'll be putting something out telling you what next week's trivia is. Like I said, I hadn't really got to think about it because I've been on the go at work over and over, and I come home and I just basically collapse. So,
don't
but
blame.
yeah. So, all right, but thank you all for coming in, and I hope to see you. Yep. I hope to see you maybe Friday if you guys come in and watch me and Margie for Disney updates. But if not, we'll see you at trivia. So we'll see you later. Bye.
All right, have a good night. Go to sleep, Heaven.
Okay.